Hey everybody, how's everybody doing tonight? Let's see. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Very exciting. So we have no Lisa Colovi tonight, so bear with me. Hey Simply Jan. Hey Gwen, Bro Cowgirl. Hey Green Granny 2, Denise Purcell. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hello, Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. Hello, Heather, Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. So Lisa Colovi's out having a blast tonight, doing something fun and good for herself. So I'm excited about that. And I'm probably going to make this a little quicker tonight just because it's that time of the year, right? But I wanted to give you guys a few updates for some cool things, because the exciting part is we didn't get all the snow they forecasted. It totally did not get as cold as they thought. So we're getting some snow now, but it's not, right now, it's not sticking to the ground. But I look back at my memories from last year, and last year, 1 year ago today, we had trees down on the pasture fencing and we had tons of snow and wind. It was unbelievable. Hey, Sparkman. Yeah, it was super wet here. Someone posted they got over 6.5 inches of rain, and that's Wild-Eyed Buffalo. I'm not sure exactly where they're located, but I know they're very north of us. And then we had, I want to say, a good 3 inches of rain. So it was a lot. I didn't have my gauge out, so I couldn't tell you, because my gauge is glass and I take it in when it gets cold. So it was a lot of rain. Hey there, Gail Southern Living. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Natasha, the Budget Preppers. Hope you're doing well. And I emailed you back. I am so sorry that I didn't check my email all day today till later on today. So thank you for sending it to me, and I sent you the logo. So yeah, so we ended up getting a ton of rain. It snowed also, but it didn't stick. So no accumulation. Hey, Ariella. It is a lot of rain for a short period of time. Absolutely. So 2 to 3 inches by you, Sparkman. Yep. Totally get it. Totally get it. Yeah. I mean, it rained nonstop from, was it, today's Friday. So Wednesday night late into, I mean, even this morning we were a little wet, and now it's snowing. So again, doesn't look like any accumulation, but if it does, it's not a big deal. Hey, Xander, Dark Lord Minette. So yeah, tons and tons of rain. So we are super grateful that we didn't get 6 to 12 inches of snow, but it feels good to be prepared, because now all we have to do is a couple things to plug in water heaters for the pigs. That's it for winter. So we're ready. We did get the winds. The winds were in non-stop, and the pine needles are all over the place, the dead pine needles. Yeah, it would have been a major blizzard. It actually reminded me of that Atlas situation. I wasn't living here for that in 2013, Sparkman, but it was one of those things where they forecasted one thing and another thing came. And I'm wondering if that's, similar to what happens here. Lots and lots of wind. I wouldn't use the pine needles as bedding for the pigs. It's very sharp. I mean, they get stuck. If I go to grab them without gloves, they'll get stuck in my fingers and cut me. So I wouldn't use them as bedding. I've used it as mulch. Right now I'm using it as mulch, kind of like unintentionally, because it's all over my garlic and stuff. But yeah, and it won't hold any heat, Yeah, ours are really sharp. The pine cones are sharp. The pine needles are sharp. They're just ridiculous. Hey, Vase Place. Hey, Grace and Fire. Thanks, Rambling with the Brums. So yeah, so we've got all these pine needles all over the place. And so that was quick, but we're glad we didn't get the snow. That was the really cool thing. And the other thing is we're still doing the sourdough collab for Mountain Grandma and myself. And if you haven't checked out Mountain Grandma, please do, because she is so close to her 1K milestone, which is huge for her. So absolutely. So don't forget the sourdough. I got a little tied up between last week with the garden because of frost and then this with this storm that I didn't get a chance to do my video. So I'm hoping to have a video out Monday or Tuesday for mine. Oh, Dallas, Texas traffic is super scary. I was in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in June, and when I went to visit Halbert Farm, and I cannot believe how crazy people drive there. In fact, I was held up in so many traffic jams related to accidents. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was crazy. Yeah, I've driven in Houston too. I've driven in Houston, and I think Dallas-Fort Worth was horrible. Maybe because I'm getting older and it just made me crazier. Whereas when I was in Houston, I was younger. Yeah, it is cold here today, Vase Place. It is super cold. It's in the 30s and it's snowing. No accumulation, but it's snowing. So we're waiting to see what happens there. So yeah, I am cold. And we got about 8 quarts of potatoes canned today. So that was good from our garden. So really excited about that. And I do have a question on that, but I wanted to get through a couple other things. Gail, it was a last minute trip that came up because Ryan had points and I didn't have a chance to meet anybody. I was only there from Friday to Monday. And it was a whirlwind trip. Totally whirlwind. The only ones that I met were Monica and Eric, who came up to meet me. But otherwise, I was down there learning and learning. It was amazing. No worries, Xander. No worries. Hey, Charlie, Fallen Arkansas veterans. Yeah, my winter is about to arrive. It is here already. So the sourdough collab runs in through the end of October. So if you're interested, Mountain Grandma and myself both have a playlist. So keep that in mind. Hey, Carrie Leonard. Hello, Carmudgeon. And another exciting thing I was pretty excited about. Last year, we got nominated for the 4 Farmers grants on Instagram. And we didn't win last year, but we got nominated several times from what I understand. And someone that we nominated, which was Rustic Sodak Farm, won one of the grants. So that was pretty cool. So we've been nominated again. So that's pretty cool. I have to fill out a form for that. And let's see. And I think that's it. But that would be cool, Gwen. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Definitely. That would be really cool. So here's my question, because I know there's some, thank you, Charles. I appreciate it. I know there's some good old canners in this chat here. So you follow the ball recipe for canning potatoes, right? And it says to, put your potatoes after you peel them and all that stuff, put them in water, cold water, put them in the pot and bring it to a boil and boil them for 10 minutes. Water takes forever to boil here. So my potatoes are cooking longer than somebody who lives in a lower altitude where the potatoes boil quicker. And I don't know if I should adjust it because I feel like they were a little overcooked and I'm kind of worried that they're going to be musho. So I'm just curious what your thoughts are, because they were canned for 40 minutes according to the book. So I'm just curious about that. Hey, Sarah, Homesteading Hustle. Hope you're doing well. I'm just curious if anybody knows anything about that. I mean, I'm probably going to reduce the time a little next time, but I'm still trying to, follow a safe canning recipe. So that's why I'm asking about that. Hey, Uncle Al, welcome in. So that's why I'm curious about that, because, ours sits in hot water and then we're going to boil it for 10 minutes. Ooh, they look kind of mushy. Any thoughts on that? I'm just curious. Would a pressure cooker bring the water up to 220 degrees? I don't know, Ariella. Hey, Craig, welcome in. I'm not really sure, Ariella. I don't know the temp part. I mean, we pressure can them for, I think it was 40 minutes is what the recipe said. So not really sure. So I'm just kind of curious, but everybody's saying hi to each other. Hey, Craig, could you boil your water first and carefully add? That's what I was wondering. Would that still be a safe thing to do, Grace and Fire or Glenda? Because I mean, that's what I think. I'd rather do that, but I just want to make sure it's still a safe canning practice. That's all. Because it probably takes over an hour to boil. Just feels like forever. I will say this though. I bought one of those. Gotcha, Craig. No problem. I freeze dried the whole harvest last year and I really liked it. Ryan wanted to try canning this time, so we're canning them all. And I think when we finally get to the really tiny, tiny ones that I picked out, we'll just smash those and bake them in the oven. We'll do smashed potatoes. Thanks, Heather. But this year he wanted to try canning them, so we're canning them. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Mashing and freezing is awesome. I would let your water boil first. Yep. Thanks, Gail. Yeah, I think we're going to try that tomorrow when I do the rest of them. Yeah, mashing and freezing is great. Yeah, that's a good idea, Glenda. That's a good idea. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yep, I'm going to see that. I'm glad you're glad you're still alive, Uncle Al. You didn't like the canned flavor over time. That's what I'm worried about. That's why I like that we freeze dried them last year. We did diced, sliced, shredded, and mashed, and it was just really good. And it was great. So, yep. Water boils at a lower temperature. Yep. Depending on the altitude, correct. So everything like cooking and all that is noticeably longer here compared to Connecticut or North Carolina. Absolutely. Yeah, see, it's funny. I'm not a fan of canned vegetables. I love the blanched and frozen corn, blanched and frozen green beans. To me, they taste so much fresher. And I agree with you, Craig. I'm not a fan of the canned stuff that way. Yep, I'm with you, Glenda. I feel that way myself. Like I said, Ryan wanted to try it, so I said, fine. So we're doing it. Hopefully he'll learn his lesson. But we'll see how it goes. So it was nice that it was rain, no snow here and all that. The little piggies are doing well. And so that's really cool. So that's a good thing. But they're doing really well, and just a lot of wind, I tell you. It was crazy. Yeah. Exactly, Glenda. Exactly. We'll do it. We'll see how it goes. To me, it just doesn't make sense because the freeze dryer is so much easier to set and walk away and package it up and get it going again, because the canning just takes forever. Craig's splitting more firewood tomorrow. Yeah, I bet. One of the things that I bought for the canning, which was really good, is we bought an approved burner, a burner, like an extra burner that's electric, that, you know, can handle canning and all that kind of stuff. Today, we didn't even use it for the canning piece, which we planned. We actually used it to have boiling water ready to put in the jars. So that was really good. Yep, freeze dryer takes up a lot less room and has more nutrients. Yep. Yeah, see, that's what I'm afraid of. We're going to have canned potatoes, and I don't even want them. I know. Hey, Scott, rambling with the Brums. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm just like, you know what I mean? I prefer the freeze dryer. It was so much nicer. You stack those trays up, plug it in, and set it and forget it. Hey there, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Trying to get the name. Alone and Remote. Thank you. So yeah, so you guys who are coming in, don't forget to check out Mountain Grandma's channel. It's Mountain MTN Grandma. Unfortunately, I don't have a mod tonight, but she is almost to her big milestone. So we want to have it all set. Oh, that's awesome, Craig. Do you know which brand you bought? I have one of those and I love it. In fact, I actually had the pressure canner going, and I had the other electric canner on the side. And when I had 1 quart left over and then some of potatoes, I said to Ryan, we're putting it in the other one. And we put it in the electric canner, and it was great. I like it because of the small batches. And I know what people say. You know, they say that, oh, well, they're not approved and they're not this. And I totally get that. But if Ball can make a water bath canner that's electric, I'm sure that they work just fine. Yep, small batches. Exactly. I think the freeze-dried tastes better than dehydrated. It does not use as much water when you reconstitute it. And I love it because of that small electric one. I've actually been doing a lot more canning because of it, because we don't have tons of it. You know, only if I have the potato harvest or I have broth do I have a large one. But I wouldn't have been able to make a ton of things. Thank you, Ariella. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's a Presto approved for pressure canning, but I just don't understand what the difference is between the Presto and the other brands. Yep, because I honestly think that a digital device would do a lot better job at maintaining pressure than we do on electric stoves sometimes. That's how I feel. We can all disagree. It's all right. But I'm just, I've been doing it, and I mark it with an EC that I've done it with the electric canner. That way, if I run into a problem, I know where it's coming from. But I've used the electric one for water bath, and I've used it for pressure canning as well. But today, like, I use the regular pressure canner. I use all of them. So, yep. Carrie, I have the Nesco, which is the same thing. At one point, they all said Carrie on them. At another point, they all said Nesco, and that's the one I have. I love it. I've kind of looked at the Prestos versus the Carrie, and they look the same to me. You know, similar features is what I'm saying. It didn't look like there was any special feature in it that would make it approved. So, but I've been very happy about it. I only do the approved recipes. I don't do anything fancy. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just what I stick to. So I think it's pretty cool. Oh, that'll be awesome, Gwen. I'm glad you can do that. That's really cool. Rockwall, Texas looks pretty. The lights on the lake. Nice, Gail. Are you out riding around or? That's pretty cool. So yeah, so that was it. Just spending time with, getting the garden all done and getting all the getting everything ready, and then we didn't get any snow. So long time no see. Hey, Kill It and Grill It. Hope you're doing well. Did you guys get snow down where you are? I'm curious. Kill It and Grill It is in Nebraska. I'm just going to go back and check the chat, make sure I didn't miss anybody. On my way to the Pinecone Fest 23 meetup. Oh, cool. Have a good time, Gail. Have fun. I agree, Craig. I agree. Set it and take care of it the next morning. Yep. I did that when our refrigerator died last week. I had something going in it, and I waited until it finished and unplugged it and left. I told Gary I might come home and go back to bed. Haha. No snow here. Lots of rain and wind. 43 degrees. Yeah. Yep. Lots of rain here. It snowed. No accumulation, but it's cold. It's cold today for me. It's in the 30s. But you could tell it was a miserable day. The pigs were not leaving their barns at all yesterday. At all. The little pigs would come out and make all sorts of noise, but they got room service because I fed them in the barn because I don't want them standing outside in the rain or the snow and getting soaked, and then it's cold, and then it's easier for me to feed them inside. They can come out for their water and go to the bathroom or whatever. But so what are you guys up to? Tell me what's going on with you guys. What have you guys been up to? It's the end of... Oh, wait a minute. Somebody just said something. Gwen said going to a community garage sale bright and early in the morning. Nice. Kill It and Grill It said, finally done with haying season. 540 tons. Woohoo! That's awesome. Gwen said, I don't know what I got up to today, but I tried working in the garden. It was hot. Wow. Rebecca said, I'm making a long knitted hat for someone. Fun. I'm looking forward to crochet days and soap making days now that it's calming down. As soon as I get done with the potatoes, we'll be getting there. Milk and Honey says it was nice. Last few days just started raining. Good. I hope you're getting a break with some things. But she's finishing sewing up a bonnet. That's cool. Vase Plays said we are doing a spooktacular incubation. Spooktacular, like a festival, do you mean? And Gail Southern Living said 1 hour till we get to our hotel in Mount Vernon, Texas. Fun. Drive safely. Holman's Homestead. Hey, guys. Hope you're doing well. Working on the barn roof, getting ready for winter. Yep. That'll do it. Yeah. Well, as you know, Holman's Homestead, we got all ready for winter with the exception of a couple things, and now we're all ready. A Halloween. Oh, nice. For Halloween. How nice. Ariella said getting things sorted for the Christmas coming 23 giveaway collaboration. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, everybody's got lots of good stuff going on. Just looking through the chat real quick. I think we're gonna get the potatoes done one way or another, right? And then we are going to, and then I am planning on getting some crocheting and some more soap made. I was doing a lot of crocheting, and then things got busy and I didn't get to do it as much. Definitely want to do more of it. I've been doing stuff to go along with the soap, like cotton washcloths and stuff like that. So I think that'll be fun. Any big plans for the weekend other than what you guys talked about? Anybody got something big going on? Not here. If I don't have to leave the house, I'll be thrilled. Shoot, I just finished apples, now onto the potatoes. I'm sorry, Heather. I didn't mean to remind you about your potatoes. I only know it because my potatoes, whoops, wait a minute. There we go. My potatoes are on a rack back there. So that'll be cool. I have an order for soap made with peanut oil. Interesting. May I ask why peanut oil? I want to do, we have all the lard from the pork that we ordered from Maud Hog and Cattle. So I want to defrost the lard and render it down. Vay's Place has a live every Saturday morning, guys. So check them out. Budget Prepper says my daughter has a cheer game tomorrow, so I've been swamped every weekend. I bet. Vay's Place, I have to pull out my garden this weekend and have to plant my lemongrass and fig tree. Ooh, I always wanted a fig tree. Yeah, we cut everything down last week, and I'm glad I did because it came. Everything got frosted. Peanut oil, because apparently it will remove pine sap when you get it on you cutting firewood. That's a good tip because I can't tell you how many times I get pine sap on my hands and I can't get it off. Neat. Gail says, I get to meet a ton of people at Pinecone Fest tomorrow. That's exciting. Fun stuff. Have fun. And Ariella is going to catch up on sleep, it sounds like. Lots of sleep. That'll be cool. I think we're going to have a low-key weekend ourselves. I think I'm just going to plan on getting some stuff done that I need to do around here and get some crocheting done. And if it's cold, I'm enjoying the fact that the stove is pumping heat right now and just get some stuff ready together for some things. That's all. It'd be good to have on hand, I think. But, well, guys, I think I'm going to get going. I'm going to cut it short just because I am tired today, like many of you are. But it's not so much tired. I just want to go relax. You know what I mean? So I am going to go get in my PJs, sit on the couch, and chill out. So I hope you guys all do the same and relax. I know Gail's got a little bit of time before she can do that, but yeah, the crochet herd, it's kind of hit me. So yep, tea time. There you go. So just a nice relaxing evening, and we'll play it by ear. But oh, I'm sorry, Sparkman. It's gonna go fast though. It's gonna go fast. Okay. So you guys be careful, be safe. Love you guys all, and have a great weekend. Thanks so much for being here. Take care. Bye-bye.